Hey all, Jason Levon, priest at St. Luke's Episcopal Church in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Welcome to another Pause and Pray. I know next to nothing about gardening, but I'm grateful to serve a parish where we have some phenomenal gardeners. It's why we have a thriving giving garden ministry where we grow a whole bunch of produce that we give away to feed the local hungry throughout the summer and fall. It's also why we have a beautiful butterfly and bee garden here on the church property. It's been a gift to learn more about gardening and the arts of gardening. One of the things I've come to learn is how important good soil is. Every year, and we just had this happen a few weeks ago, we had a truckload of rich organic compost dropped off by a local company that we order from. And I've learned the importance that if you start with good compost, then you'll be off to a good start for wonderful growth throughout the gardening season. I've come to have a deeper reverence and respect for dirt, I guess I could say, thanks to the gardeners here at St. Luke's. And I've learned that the kind of compost we get doesn't just come out of the ground. You don't just dig it up. It takes time to cultivate that kind of fertile and rich and good soil for all of this growth to take root in. Jesus must have been a gardener because he used gardening imagery so well. Like in chapter 13 of Matthew's Gospel, where he tells the parable of the sower, and then goes on to linger on the importance of needing good soil. It's the quality of the soil for Jesus that determines both the quality and quantity of fruit that is able to be born. And maybe in that we find an Easter invitation to pause and pray and really look at and reflect on the soil of our lives. And maybe in that reflection we find ourselves stirred to continue or maybe to cultivate a little bit more in different areas so that our lives can and do bear more fruit. I have a dear friend who spends time every day cultivating gratitude in a journal. And she's been honest in saying that in the seasons of her life where she wasn't about that work, it's not been as fruitful. But cultivating a soil of gratitude in her life has allowed her to flourish and find fruit and bear fruit in beautiful ways. Still, for others of us, it's the nudge to cultivate a soil of healthy and holy and life-giving relationships. And that takes time and deep intentionality, cultivating day in and day out. It doesn't just happen because we share the same DNA and call each other family or live under the same roof. It takes real work and cultivation. Still, for others, it might be the nudge to cultivate a soil of more self-care in our lives. Taking some time out to be more physically active, to help in our physical and mental and emotional health. Or maybe it's to make sure when we're overworked and overbooked to take some time out to do some things that we're really passionate about and give us life deep down. Or maybe it's daring to practice a little bit more self-care and in terms of being patient and gentle with ourselves. And I know that's hard work. It's messy work to work within the soil of our lives, but it's holy work. And it's so worth it. Why is it worth it? Because our Master Gardener sees each and every one of our lives as worthy soil to do some holy gardening in. And as a result, we can't help but be surprised by the abundance of Easter fruit that's able to be born from that gardening. Easter peace and blessings to you all.